Fresh and Fit and the Whatever podcast and Chase hate each other. Perhaps maybe one does more than the other because Brian, for the longest time, wanted to collab and be friends. We all know that the Whatever podcast is a copycat of Fresh and Fit. Brian even acknowledges this, and since day one in their first episode made that known.
Shout out to Fresh and Fit for the inspiration. Check them out on YouTube. This is our very first show, and we're doing it live, so...
Brian is like that little kid from The Incredibles that wanted to work with Mr. Incredible so bad. And being that both shows were very similar, Fresh and Fit fans were always asking Myron, why haven't you collabed with them? Myron would always ignore him, and for the first time, whatever was acknowledged during an episode was Zherka.
Argue.
No.
Dude, that Whatever podcast makes me hate white people. It's so fucking boring. It's so fucking boring, bro. They're trying to copy. It's so fucking vanilla. It's so boring, man. It's
They
like...
kicked you off? Like, for what? For arguing?
For arguing, for being too combative.
Then, on the next call-in show, Myron actually directly responded to the Whatever podcast.
And now, as far as Whatever goes, the reason why we don't work with them is because I'm not going to align myself with someone that isn't a part of the red pill space for real. I'm going to just call it $1 million.
It's money.
He's here for money, bro.
Yeah.
Let's just call it all the way 1,000. He's here to make a buck, which is fine. I'm never going to knock someone for being a capitalist, but he's not really in this space to help men from what I can see. If you're out here selling pocket pussies and, having, long ass podcasts, draw out clips, etc. I understand the business strategy, but we don't align with that because you guys have asked us 1,000,000 times. So I want to address this once and for all. Pearl, y'all know why. Whatever, we don't align in our belief system. That's not to knock him or who he is or how he runs his business.
By the way.
The main point of contention was that FNF thought Brian was all in it for the money and didn't really care about helping young men. So Brian responded to FNF saying that they are being hypocritical, being that Fresh flexes his lifestyle. As all of this started to die down a little bit, Myron started to be very active on Twitter, violating everyone who had different ideas than him. Now this is where Chase comes in, and he's going very hard and promoting heavily this Christ pill, this God pill, whatever you want to call it. And his whole target is attacking the manosphere, attacking the red pill, and attacking Fresh and Fit. After a day long of back and forth trying to point out the flaws in each other's ideologies, Myron made an official debate challenge to Chase and all the TradCons. Being that Whatever is Chase's home base, Brian tries to insert himself into the drama and even wants to host it. Myron declines the offer and makes it known that it's Miami or nothing, calling them copycats again and standing firm on his offer. This TradCon versus Red Pill debate seems to be heating up, but we'll see what happens.